Well, when I came here in 1994 to eat one donut, you didn't realize how much work into one donut until you actually go into doing the donuts. You know, it take quite a bit just to make one donut. Start off, find your location. If I find your location, I get a family that need a donut shop to go look at the location. If they like it, we negotiate the price, and the price is right. I bill it for them and turnkey. You know, most of them that they already know how to make donut. They work for a family member. You know, they already work for like 2, 3 years or 5 years to save up the money to start up the business.
That's what I'm saying. When I come to the state, I don't have no relative in here, so I don't speak that much English. So I gotta start to learn English. I start to work to support myself, and I don't have a chance to go back to college to study. So I end up at donut shop right now. Most Cambodian in Texas, so they own a donut shop. They run a donut business. Yeah, you know, it's hard, hard to do it. Not many people want to do that job that I was doing right now. From 1975 to 1979, it's a Khmer Rule run by Pol Pot. Yeah, that time I was 10 years old. I still remember. When they torture, a lot of people dying by starving and sickness. Most of them they killing people. That's a hard time, and you know, that the worst thing that will happen in the world. Most Cambodians escaped from the war in 1981 after the Khmer Rouge regime. And when they start come here, people don't speak that much English. So that's all why I know they start working at donut shop. Most of them they do their family business. This is my white nephew. He just came to the United States last year. He came in a special case they call lottery visa. He's the lucky one that win the lottery green card. The business which is open, yeah, it's still kind of slow. It's brand new. Hopefully we can own this long time, you know, until we get, you know, some profit to take care of my family, my kid, go to school, go to college. I had a beautiful kid.
It's like if you work for a company, you have a different schedule than the donut people. So the donut people, we wake up at 2 or 3 in the morning. We be done by about 12 or 1 o'clock and take a couple hour naps and, you know, get together and then go to sleep and wake up and go make some more donuts.
ឬមួយប្រលឹងមិនក្រំប្រណីអាណិតបងទេឬអ្វីបានជាចរណៃនៅស្ងៀម
Yeah, we like to get together because, you know, we work 7 days a week. You know, we wake up, some wake up at 1, some must wake up at 2, some must wake up at 3. And we work 7 days a week. You know, I mean, this is the only fun that we have. I would say 95% of the donut shop in Texas, not just in Houston. In Texas is Cambodian people owned. One big family, yes sir.
My parents bought the store in 1994. They would always bring us here on the weekends because we school on weekdays. I really dread waking up in the weekend just to come make donuts, you know? They told me one day I'm gonna own my own business, and I kind of said I didn't want to do this. This is not my first choice of what I really wanted to do. For me, I thought going to school was what I really wanted to do. I wanted to experience that life. One day I woke up and I realized I didn't want to work for somebody else. I called my mom and I told her I wanted to come back home and try this again, and she was very excited and very happy for me that I kind of woke up and I wanted to do this. I get up at 4 o'clock, and my sisters, they get up at about 2:30. They're closer to the plants, so they have a clientele that wakes up earlier to go to the plants, and I'm fortunate to have a little bit of both, so I can stay in bed a little longer than they can. So when I first got to Houston, I didn't know, I thought my family was the only ones that's doing donuts. Come to find out, a lot of Cambodian people have done this way before we have. You know, it was like a community of helping each other, you know, like people were telling each other what can make you successful, and I don't think anybody was envious of each other. They just wanted to see our culture succeed. In the donut business is where it started for a lot of these Cambodian cultures. It's definitely a dream that a lot of people wanted when they're in Cambodia, to have their own place. Back in Cambodia, it's a fast-paced life. Every day is a struggle to find, you know, money, food for the family. It made me realize what I have out here in America. As hard as I think I work down here, I think that they work harder over there to make a smaller living.
My first place when I came, I learned the one Donald's Donut on El Dorado and Webster. And then I bridged it out to Yankee Doodle Donuts. And then, you know, that's when I meet David on the El Dorado store. I was teaching him since he was young. And I teach him probably about 5 years, I believe.
My name is David Buer, and this is Morningstar.
Most of the time, I don't ask for help, but, you know, it surprised me come out from David just to ask me to get into the business partner with him.
This is the first thing I learned when I was in high school, was how to roll kolaches. And Sam's family, they would let me roll a kolache, and then they would immediately unroll the kolache, and then they would roll it again to make sure it was perfect. And for like the first 3 or 4 months of me working there, they never served any of my kolaches. One day they just saw one of them and decided it was okay. And from then on, they let me roll kolaches for them. But it took like months before they even served one of the kolaches that I rolled. It shows the attention to detail and level of quality, and maybe I just needed to learn more. But it took months to learn how to roll the kolaches right. One of the things that we wanted to do with Morningstar is bring in the technique that we learned from the Cambodian donut shops and apply it to the foodie nature that specialty coffee exists in. We have a lot of bartender and chef and sommelier friends, and a lot of our donuts are inspired by them. Yeah, at one point in high school, I was driving an hour at 2 in the morning to go learn how to make donuts in Magnolia, Texas with Sam, and then an hour back and then go to school by 7:30. So, but you know, you do what you got to do to learn.
In the 90s, you know, that's when the donut was really started here in Houston and Cambodian community. And till now, it's a long time, you know, to me, like, we feel like it needs change. It needs some kind of change, you know. And then all of a sudden one day, that he said, he called me Poo, which is Cambodian like uncle. Said, would you like to do a donut shop and a coffee together? I said, sure, you know, I never expected it. In the future, you know, the new generation, they know that I own this store and they want, you know, to do something like this. I don't want to do the same thing every day, you know, especially for doing for like almost 20 years. You know, you do the same thing every day. And, you know, to me, I wouldn't want to go back and, you know, do the same shop like a mom and pop shop. This is the shop that I want to do the next one, and the next one, and the next one. People have no idea what go into a single donut here. Yeah.